What's going on YouTube? This is Pervious1030 with Tin Can Gardener, and today is, I think it's June 4th, not sure. Anyhow, about 3 or 4 days ago I decided to plant some of these because they're starting to look a little sad. These are all my melons and cucumbers and things that I'm going to be planting. Trying something new. I have taken out all of my tomato plants except for one. I still have cuttings, but that's nor here or there. I do have them if I want tomatoes. I'll just put them in a pot. As you can see, I got a tarp up here because what I've noticed is down here in South Florida, beans like this guy over here, you can't really see them through all this mess. Here, let me get up over there. This guy right there, they don't take the heat very well, so you got to keep them shaded and not let that sun beat on them, because they might not do very well unless you sowed them directly in the ground. But since with my beans I did them in the shade and they seem, you know, pretty happy and what have you, I want to keep them shade bound. Same thing with those over there. I just stuck some rain gutter, which I planned on making a hydroponic system with, just haven't got around to it. I just put a little bit of shade over those beans and they're doing alright. Check it out. They're doing okay. My pepper plants I left in, and all my jalapenos are turning red, so those will be good for seed. And they are hot. They are really hot. And it would seem that I have two different types there, because this one has been producing very large jumbo jalapenos. This one, average size, they turn red. So something to look into there. Let's go over here. I have Market More 76 cucumbers over there. They're not marked. I know I have to make another tag and put it in there. And I have my Afghan melons. I have the Rich Sweetness 120 or 132s. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to just zip tie them up this and use it as leverage so they don't fall all over the ground, which is good to keep your melons up off the ground. It helps you manage pests easier and that sort of thing. Okay, and let's see here, my eggplant, fighting the bugs again. These are either, I don't see them because usually the horned tomato worms will get to your eggplants. I haven't seen any, so I can only assume it is one of many other critters that are eating my plants. And I've been checking under the bottoms and looking for worms and cocoons, or even the white and black little beetles, but I haven't found anything yet. But I've been staying vigilant. I have another squash plant that I'm going to plant. Okay, now what you're looking at right there is the, I can't even say, it's like Yakulaka giant corn, Incan giant corn. It's right here. I actually tagged all my plants again. So if you can say that, if you can see it, it is a type of, there we go, it is a type of giant Incan corn, and they didn't make it because I had sprayed some like fungicide and stuff, and I didn't mix it right. I wasn't paying attention. That's why it's important to pay attention to what you're mixing and how much you're mixing, and I killed my corn. But not to worry, it was a learning curve. I don't claim to be an expert at gardening. I mess up. Everybody does. It's a learning process. So whenever you're using any kind of fungicide or organic pesticides, make sure you read the label. So that's what I did, and everything else has turned out fine. And I had to get one of those sprayers with the jugs on the bottom, like an actual feeding sprayer. That helps out a lot as well. So these guys right here are Let's have a look. There we go. Zucchini Lungo Blanca. So we're gonna get some white type zucchini fruit, and I've already pulled 2 little worms off of this plant. Got to stay vigilant with this kind of stuff and really look around on your plants, because these worms will tear them up. Then they'll lay eggs inside the flowers, so you don't want that. I have 1 eggplant in there, which it's a decent size. I should probably cut it. I just haven't yet. My leek is flowering. This is the flower of the leek. So I'm going to make sure I get the seeds from that. But that's all the old seed garden. Now with all these melons, yes, I am going to get seeds. However, I really want to produce a lot of melons and cucumbers and stuff, and really see how much I can produce on this little space, because I'm going to put some more melons down in here and some other stuff. But it's really difficult to keep this stuff shaded, because like the peppers, they love the sun, they love the heat, but you know, the melons might as well. But you got to keep the beans shaded, so it's been really tough. Just one of those things. It's a give and take world. I took down my old eggplant over here, and I actually had Joellen, my better half, shoot a video before this one, and where we planted everything and how that all went. So I'll get it posted hopefully. This is another, these are Cherokee wax beans, yellow wax beans. So they seem to be doing quite nicely. And the reason why I'm planting beans is because this is golden watermelon. And watermelon, like anything else, they need a lot of compost and stuff like that to devour. So the beans regenerate nitrogen back into the soil and all that stuff. So, and yes, I know I have to cut all this. It's scary looking. Just gotta find time to do this madness. The 1 onion that I planted in here became 2. That was kind of cool. So, good stuff, good stuff. It's gonna start dumping here in a little bit, which should be interesting. So I'm going to take this bean as well and plant it over here, so we're going to have more beans. So I'm probably going to plant this guy right about there, and that should be alright. Some beans right there. Make sure we get these heavy feeding watermelons everything they need, and I'm sure these watermelons are going to spill over into the yard, so that should be interesting. My mint's doing well. I'm surprised it hasn't seeded yet. And this is a lemon tree. I have to cut it back and pinch off the new shoots so it does what it needs to do. There we go. And then we'll shoot those shoots elsewhere. So good stuff. Good stuff. And then over here I have this pepper plant, which produced like maybe 1 pepper, but you see what I did? See that? Check this out. Ta-da! That is a major infestation, and those are doggone it, mealy bugs, and they will devastate a pepper plant. That's why the leaves are all looking yellow on top. You see how the leaves are a little discolored? Look at this guy, he's really bad because they're coming through. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to spray that down with some stuff, and it's just really bad for the plant. Really, really bad. So now I can't touch any of my peppers because I'll infect it, and it'll just be all around bad. So I got a lot of squash going on. I'm gonna have a lot of melons going on and all that type of stuff. So that's what I got going on, guys. Till next time, it's Pervious 1030 with Tin Can Gardener. Alright, man. Talk to you later.